The moment you can escape from your mind, everything will be beautiful. I know it sounds like a marketing campaign, but this is life. If you don't believe that something can change, not something, everything, now you are trying to fix the outside, trying to nourish the tree from the leaf. It's impossible. You need to do it from the core. It took me years from intellectually understand this and experientially do this. Not because it takes years to train and experience. It took me years before realizing that this is possible. The desire that every human being has, it is to experience everything deeply within ourselves, not to put some distance. Distance is put when you judge and when you have an idea. And obviously, if you have an idea over everything, you feel distant to everything, and you will feel lonely. Lonely not because you are alone. This world is exploding of life, of creation, in forms of animals, in form of many things. How can you feel lonely? You feel lonely because you have never experienced those things as a part of yourself. The moment you deeply understand the limitation of living like this, desiring to completely transform your life, it is the only thing that you want. People, before arriving to understand this, they have to do many things which they confuse them. My message, it is not out of arrogance, it is not out of need. I'd like to convince you that this is possible, even if I say these things many times, always the same. I really want you to believe that this is a possibility. It is not a dream. It is not something that only somebody can do. Everybody can do it if they see it. the limitation of not getting that having an idea, it is like throwing a rock in the air, and then the rock has to fall down on your head and you suffer. If you suffer, definitely you're doing something wrong. Instead of being available for everything to touch you, you're making yourself invulnerable, which seems a wise thing to do. Actually, it is not. Having a cocoon of ideas over everything, not even one thing. If you have the if you get identified with your mind won't save not even one thing. You will have ideas over everything. That's why you don't see the possibility of this to happen. The moment you see that you need to break the mirror in front of your face, otherwise you won't see life the way it is. You will only see a reflection of yourself. For many people it takes years. For many people, unfortunately, they can't be able to this transformation, to have able to this transformation. They keep nourishing the leaf instead of the root, which never works. You're trying to experience life more by fixing things outside, by thinking that once everything is fixed, you will finally be fulfilled. It will never happen. The only way it is to see that is you, that you are giving meaning to things by the way you think about them. The way you think about them, it is your creation. It is not creator creation. If you're stuck in your creation, things go very ugly. Unless you enjoy your creation, your life seems good. The moment life will let you understand that you are too limited, then you don't know, and you're confused, and in any way and any form your life become ugly. The physical life, your relations, obviously what happens within yourself, and it almost becomes impossible. It seems you are in a cage, which you are. That's why you feel like that. The moment you sit and you are willing to taste life, putting your creation aside, your life will change, will be transformed in an instant. You are feeding your roots. You don't need to do years of therapy. You just need one moment to taste this, and your social anxiety, what people think about you, unpleasantness in general, they will just vanish. They will vanish. If you invest your life in putting yourself aside and to taste life, you'll never know what happened. Definitely, nothing will give you pain. And what I want to tell you is, there is no human being that doesn't want this. There are only human beings that doesn't see that this is what they want. One thing that I understood is that unless you are living in comparison to somebody else, somehow unconsciously you are deciding to play with their rules. The moment you are obstaculating well-being, not choosing over yourself, but just picking up the goals of the society, definitely it is not possible this to happen. It doesn't matter how much you want it. If what you want is to have something more than somebody else in any form, you are putting an obstacle on the natural flow of life. So it took me years from psychologically understanding this to actually experiencing this. The moment you deeply understand that everything around you has nothing to do with you, completely nothing to do with you, you decide that something has to do with you, something doesn't have to has to do with you, by having ideas and opinions and judgments. The moment you bypass this, nothing has nothing to do with you. If nothing has nothing to do with you, definitely it will not give you any unpleasantness and you will feel free. It is not a case that mukti means freedom, liberation. Experiencing this, it is an incredible liberation. There is nobody which doesn't want to be liberated. As I always say, many people, they have their philosophy and they try to seek, because maybe they are scared of looking at life the way it is, and they miss this. This is the short way. They want to go and do crazy things, but they will never arrive here. This is just by looking at life straight, the way it is, not believing about anything.